It is difficult to manage everything that's going on in your life. You have the research that you absolutely need to progress. You need to apply for funding. You need to apply for visas to go go abroad.
But I get a lot of support from my supervisors in terms of learning how to best balance these things.
I do enjoy all of the things by themselves. It's just a matter of putting the time in the different activities right.
That, I think, is probably the hardest thing in academia, really, just balancing everything and getting it done.
I started doing a few talks when there were things like National Science Week, and they were looking for just researchers here at UQ to give talks in a few pubs or be involved in some of the quiz shows.
I've been involved with our Telescopes in Schools program since I was an undergrad.
You have to think outside of your daily life to communicate, and I think that's a good challenge, and it's something interesting to do because people are amazed by the universe and are amazed by what we do, which questions do we answer, how do we answer them.
I always knew that I wanted to try and continue in academia, and I knew that teaching could potentially be an important part of that. So when the opportunity was first presented to me at my old university, I got involved.
I enjoy supervising students. It's interesting to see the path that each of them takes.
I think the inspiration that you can give to the younger generation is what's going to move science forward.
Everyone talks about the statistics of, so many people get PhDs, but only so many people get permanent academic positions.
We are constantly feeling pressure from everyone around ourselves to progress with our research.
It can be a bit isolating. You're sort of working on your own most of the time.
Staying focused enough to finish a project and always be writing some sort of paper, I think that's the most difficult thing for me in academia.
I think if I had to leave academia, working in something like a tech startup or a software development company would suit me perfectly.
There's so much data you have to crunch and models you have to make that it really sets you up for a whole bunch of industry positions in data analysis for all the big tech companies.
There really isn't anything else that excites me as much. You feel like you live your life on a temporary basis and you're not sure what you should invest in.
To me, the most difficult is really not knowing where I'm going to be in 2 years' time or 3 years' time.
There's no roots anymore, so you're not creating a life.
I have a family, a wife and 3 children, young children, and so certainty is really helpful in that situation about the future, and something that you don't generally have in academia, and I certainly don't have as a postdoc.
If you have to move every 2 years, it's very hard to keep that project or those networks flowing.
The more you travel, the more different scientific approaches you're going to encounter.
The way you think of society, the way you embrace tolerance.
It makes us more accepting, and it changes our worldview to work with people from so many different cultures.
My biggest tip, if you're going to move, is to be proactive with making friends.
I made a big mistake when I moved here that wasn't asking for help. So I moved here, I effectively did everything alone.
Ask for as much help as you possibly can and get in contact with people, and in the city you're moving to, if you know anyone at all, don't be afraid to contact them and say, hey, help me out because I don't know what I'm doing.